shut off the test.
All right, what if I did this?
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Canterbury High School for Norwell Night Basketball. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias bringing you the action tonight between the undefeated Norwell Lady Knights and the Fort Wayne Canterbury Crusaders, who come into this game already at 2-3. They've played 5 games already, and they play a difficult schedule, and their team not quite at the caliber that they've been accustomed to over the last few years, Derek.
Yeah, that's right. A little bit of a rebuilding year for the Cavaliers as they made their state championship run, as they have in the past a couple of times, but they made it again last year and then were eventually defeated by Heritage Christian again. That team is just so good. But, yeah, definitely a rebuilding year. They got beat by Wayne. That's, I believe, the only common opponent between these two teams. Norwell beat them 69-56 last week. Noah, I know you were at that game. Why don't you talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah, really, Norwell did a great job. We shot the ball fairly well. We were 36% from the field. The only thing that really surprised me from last game was that Casey Strunk didn't score at all.
Yeah.
But she came back with it with her assists. She had 5 assists in that game. Really, Norwell didn't play that bad. We were challenged a little bit with the 2-3 defensively from Wayne, but we played it pretty well.
Welcome back to Canterbury. Just under a minute to go here before we have tip-off, and unfortunately our Wi-Fi connection here at Canterbury is very slow, so if you have issues at home with your picture or the stream in total on YouTube, simply hang in there and it will come back on. We apologize for I can see we're already getting a backlog. I apologize for that, but there's not much we can do about it. We've got to work with what we can. Once again, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter. Quickly, your starters for this, or I guess they're going to announce the starters, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a really old-style mic down there.
He does.
Look at that.
That's straight out of Elvis Presley on American Bandstand era for a public address microphone that they have here at Norwell. We were talking a little bit about the fact that Norwell plays an extremely difficult schedule historically. Canterbury with a tremendous program, and they may have a down year or two here over the next couple of years, but we expect them over the next 10 years to bounce back and continue to have a very strong program. We'll let you join us here for the national anthem in just a moment.
For
Well, that's one of the prettier recorded versions of that I've heard. Let's see if we can't get a scoreboard up for the folks at home. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And we'll see if this works as well. No, not that area. I guess it's this. We'll try that. We'll, in the meantime, let the public address announcer here at Canterbury bring you your starting lineup.
Number 24, Stephanie Conrad. Number 32, Quinn Shelton. Number 34, Casey Strunk. Norwell is coached by Eric Clinton. And now the starting lineup for your Canterbury Lady Cavaliers. Number 3, Elena Rongos. Number 5, Mason Van Houten. Number 21, Sydney Hearn. Number 23, Alexa David. Number 30, Lily Peters. Canterbury is coached by John.
Once again, your starters for Norwell, the visitors on the scoreboard. It's number 12, Kinsey Sawyer. Number 14, Madison Dunnick. Number 24, Stephanie Conrad. Number 32, Quinn Shelton. And number 34, Casey Strunk for head coach Eric Thornton. 271 wins versus 144 losses in his 19th year here at Norwell. For Canterbury, the home team on the scoreboard, it's number 3, Elena Rongos. Number 5, Mason Van Houten. Watch for her. Number 21, Sydney Hearn. Number 23, Alexa Habig. And number 30, Lily Peters for head coach John Beckman. In his first year here at Canterbury, he's 2-3 on this young season. Stephanie Conrad will be jumping center against Elena Rongos.
Good Norwell crowd made the short trip.
Yeah, about 15-20 minute drive from Ossian as Quinn Shelton comes down with the tip. Stephanie Conrad able to control it, and Canterbury off the get-go here appears to be running a 2-3 zone. Stephanie Conrad inside with the left hand, no good. Rebound controlled by Van Houten. She'll head the other way and launch a long 2. She actually had her foot on the line. The official, I don't know how he called that a 3 right off the bat, but in any case, Mackenzie Sawyer quickly the other way. Strunk on the wing, as the guys mentioned, did not score a point in the Wayne game. However, she did have a number of assists as Sawyer's 3 bounced long off of the rim. Casey Strunk on that far side tried to bounce it off of Lily Peters, and the official ruled that it was actually off Casey. So this is a very young Canterbury squad. They started a freshman, a couple of sophomores, a junior in Van Houten, and then one senior in Habig. That ball out of bounds on the baseline off of Conrad. So Canterbury will retain possession. No score here, 6:53 left in the first quarter. As that ball's going to get into the backcourt, and that's a legal play because it was not touched in the front court. Mason Van Houten is going to draw an extremely light foul on Casey Strunk. And I'll tell you guys, only the second game I've seen this year, but the officiating appears to be much tighter than it's been in the past. I don't know if that's just been a directive. There's a driving shot by Van Houten, no good, and a good rebound position there by Conrad. Quickly the other way is Dunnick.
Really, the officialing is all around, because at Huntington University games, they're not letting them put 2 hands on the person's back when they're down low, and that's the same thing with the high school girls as well.
And that was a good example of that foul.
Another touch foul called this time on Sydney Hearn. So each team with 1.
And I know at the college level, they've been they're doing the same thing. Even if your hands are extended and you're not even, I mean, they're going to call a foul if your hands are extended. Period.
Wow.
So it's going to be really light.
It's going to take getting used to because we've seen this Norwell team trained to really get after it defensively. Quinn Shelton with her just second touch. That's Sawyer long again, and Van Houten comes out of there with it. I think you're going to see the ball in her hands quite a bit. A long three launched by Habig, and that is the first basket of the ball game. The Cavaliers taking an early 3-0 lead, 5:43 left in the first quarter. Norwell's gotten up a couple of shots. That's Dunnick, and that is good. The Knights equal that three ball. Nice shot by Madison. Evens it up. What really sets this Norwell team apart is its defense. And they're playing what appears to be a 1-3-1 right now. That's Van Houten on the far side. Again, for three is Habig, and Van Houten able to pull down the long rebound. Hearn, nice pass inside to Habig. Batted away from her, though, by Conrad. And Quinn Shelton the other way. She had a big night against Wayne, all the way to the basket. Well, it was a good take, fellas. She just didn't get it up on the backboard.
Yep, she had 19 points against Wayne.
And Coach John Beckman's going to call a quick timeout. It's a 30. We'll take it along with him and be right back.
The new Taylor Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Desmond Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Professionally trained staff support, the opportunity to bring guests, plus various youth programs. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Well, Derek, that may be an old-time microphone, but that's one of the loudest PA systems I've heard.
Yep. That blows your ears off.
Yes, it does. Canterbury with the basketball. We're tied at 3.
And maybe part of the fact is it's a smaller gym.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's very
true. It's kind of packed in.
Good play on the point there by Shelton.
Oh.
And she was just a little out of sync on that shot. Conrad with the offensive rebound. She'll go to the line. I think that's going to be called on Mason Van Houten. That's her first, team second. And Conrad will go to the line. Norwell will be another tough game on the schedule on Saturday.
Yeah.
As they'll be at home against Northwood, who they traditionally have seen, if I can get that out, at the regional level.
Yes, and they one of the craziest games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Happened in
2 years
in
ago.
the semi-state run a couple of years ago, and then last year I know that they lost on the road up at Northwood. It's always a very tough early test for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, it is, as they lead here 4-3. About 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Oh, nice move by Conrad. Batted out of her hands by Habig, and it'll remain the Knights' ball. A couple of substitutions, Kaylee Roller and Courtney Beer into the Norwell lineup. First I've seen Kaylee. She did not play at all at home against Bishop Dwenger.
She didn't play against Wayne either because she didn't have enough practices. She came off of a thumb injury on her right hand. I didn't think she had enough practices now, but apparently she does.
That's going to be another foul on the Cavaliers. It'll go against Habig. That'll be her first. Conrad inside, and she makes it a 3-point Norwell lead. Nice feed in there to Stephanie. Norwell had a lot of success with this 1-3-1 against Wayne, and they're doing it again tonight, as making it very difficult on the Cavaliers. Another steal. Great pass up ahead by Beer on the curl.
Oh, nice move.
Little ball fake on the pass, and it's an 8-3 Norwell lead. She's got that move pretty well down. She's been doing that since she was a sophomore. Of course, Casey is senior now. Habeg looking for help. Van Houten will try to drive. Oh, boy, might have traveled. Instead, the kick out to Rongos on the 3, no good. Hearn looking for help. That's Lily Peters. And they'll swing it all the way back around to Van Houten. Double team trap comes there. They're trying to make the Cavaliers pass over him. Habeg will launch another 3, no good. Strunk on the run. 3 on 2.
Oh.
Casey did not get it up high enough on the backboard, and Van Houten comes out of there with it. Norwell really trying to push the pace. Van Houten bailed out by the official. She obviously traveled. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen that guy make a good call in at least 6 years. So that's no.
Yeah.
You just get used to it. Mackenzie Sawyer will take a seat. She's replaced by Lindy Dial. Lindy, another senior on this Norwell squad, experienced Norwell team this year. Van Houten launches a long 3, and it's good. That gets the Cavaliers back to within 2. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Strunk walking it across the timeline. Kaylee Roller is definitely a threat to score from the outside as she floats out there beyond the arc on the left side. Didn't get a lot of time on the floor last year with her injuries, but there she puts up a 3 and buries it, nothing but net. I'll tell you, she's got as good a shooting form. Her and Quinn Shelton had just tremendous form from beyond the arc. That long 3 by Peters is no good. Hearn comes all the way out to the top of the key. She'll launch a long 2. Conrad will pull down the long rebound. No call there. Nice save by Rongos, but Norwell comes out of there with it. Beer, nice pass up ahead. And Conrad misses the bunny. She offensive rebound and draws a foul on Sydney Hearn. Is that 2 on her, Derek?
If it is on Hearn, yes. Yep, that's her second.
It'll remain Norwell's ball. That's the 4th team foul on Canterbury as they sub in Brittany James, a 5'11" sophomore. Also, there's a sub there for Norwell. Quinn Shelton back in. There's a long 3 by Courtney Beard just off to the right. Up ahead, that's Peters. Van Houten, you can really tell she's kind of the focal point for this Canterbury team. Doing most of the ball handling, and you can tell her teammates really look for her as she hits another 3. That's her 3rd already this evening. Keeping Canterbury close right now. Van Houten was named one of the Fab 5 female players in the area. Lindy Dial called on the travel there. She just got her feet going a little bit too quickly before she put the ball on the floor. How many turnovers is that so far on the Knights, Derek?
It's going to be 2 turnovers.
Kaylee Roller with the steal. She'll take it to the hoop and score. She's going to be a big part of this basketball team, fellas, especially if she's coming off the bench. There's another steal, this time by Quinn Shelton. Conrad up ahead to Quinn. Quinn will drive, and a foul called a little late there on Alexa Habig. Her second?
Yeah.
5th team foul. Or is that 6?
That's 5.
Okay. Norwell with 2 team fouls so far.
Really, Norwell's doing a great job of being aggressive down under the hoop. Kaylee Roller, she made that really nice-looking layup on their last possession. And then Quinn and Stephanie have been doing a really good job trying to post different girls up, trying to see which one is better to do that with.
Yeah, they've really been dominating the offensive board so far. Shelton good on her first free throw. She'll try to make it a 6-point Norwell lead. She does. 15-9 Norwell. 1:02 left here in the. Oh, boy.
That's a second one. That's a tough call on Casey.
Yeah, as Casey Strunk definitely had position. Should have been. I mean, you just don't call that. Courtney Bear will check in for Strunk. Well, I've watched, unfortunately, way too many basketball games with that particular official, and he still hadn't figured it out. Van Houten, step back three.
Wow.
Good. Mason Van Houten.
Kind of reminds you like a Shayla Sutorius there.
She's scored all of Canterbury's points to this point. Great aggressive move there by Quinn Shelton. Another steal by Shelton, and Beer threw it away. She thought Quinn was closer to her than that. Van Houten, they swing it around to Peters in the corner for three, no good.
Oh,
and over
wow.
the back
that's
is
really
Elena
late.
Rongos. One more, and the Knights will be in the bonus. That's the sixth team foul on Canterbury. 17-12, Norwell lead. Clock under 20. As they swing it around. That was Dunnick in the corner. Back to her. She's open for three. Good. And Madison Dunnick with her second three of the evening. 20 points for the Knights here in the first quarter.
Madison
1
Dunnick
second. The shot was off by the buzzer, but no good.
Madison Dunnick had 16 points last game against Wayne, so I'm sure she'll be really effective again for this season. She's really improving.
Yeah, she's really getting some confidence. We'll take a break here at the end of the first quarter. Your Norwell Knights lead 20-12.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
Well, back here at Canterbury, the Knights lead by 8. What stands out to you, Derek, other than Mason Van Houten can't miss right now?
Yeah, she's got 9 of the 12 for Canterbury, shooting 3 of 5 from the field. But Norwell taking good care of the ball. Only 3 turnovers in that first quarter.
That's right. Habig has the other 3, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, good defense again by Stephanie Conrad. She tried to get it inside to the big girl, Brittany James. James wearing number 50, listed at 5'11" and just a sophomore. Of course, this team only has 2 seniors, and Habig and Claire Rurik, who's not seen the floor yet. Van Houten on the drive. She'll get the ball right back and launch a 3 and hit it. Her fourth 3, 12 of Canterbury's 15 points. Kaylee Roller out there with Mackenzie Sawyer, Madison Dunnick, Courtney Beer, and Stephanie Conrad. A little skip pass to Roller. Wide open. Sawyer from the top of the key, no good. Early in the season, McKenzie struggling with her 3-ball shot. Van Houten on the wing. She'll stop and pop a 3. No good this time.
Wow.
And Roller comes down with it. Coach Thornton wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with him. Norwell up by 5 here with 6:59 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Norwell up by 5. That was a quick timeout by Coach Thornton, just a minute 1 into this second quarter. Saw something he didn't like.
Yeah, Van Houten has just been shooting at will. I mean,
she's only missed. Well, she's probably a little over 50%.
She's 4 for 8
yeah.
and 4 of 6 from the 3-point line.
There's Sawyer for 3, and she drills this one. Well, she got that one in rhythm. Assist to Kaylee Roller, and got off her feet a little bit more, I thought, there. Her legs into it a little bit more. Norwell chasing the ball all over the floor, staying in that 1-3-1 trap. Canterbury right now can't find a hole. Well, there's the big center launching her first shot. Over the back, not called. The ball on the floor.
Jeez.
Traveling.
Oh. I think Mackenzie was out of bounds, and then she touched the ball, so that's why they're giving the ball to Canterbury.
Yeah, I think you're right, Noah. It was James on the floor.
I think maybe both Canterbury players were holding it.
I thought so, too.
Waiting for a jump ball, and that's a travel.
Elena Rongos, the freshman, listed at 5'11". Couple of subs in for Canterbury is Sydney Hearn. She started this ball game. And Shelton back in there for the Knights.
She came in from Madison Dunick.
Well, they were looking for the back door there, and it wasn't
Oh.
there. Oh, great move by Shelton. The
Canterbury coach was looking for a travel, but the thing was, she didn't travel.
No, she did not. She never left the floor. I love that move. As Habeg looking for help. And Norwell really trying to force the ball out of the hands of Mason Van Houten, but she gets it in the corner and hits it.
It's another Van Houten 3. Seems to be Canterbury's only offense to this point.
Yeah, she's got 15 of the 18 points so far for Canterbury. There's Beer for 3.
Oh.
And that was an air ball. Yep. It's all right. Norwell still up by 7 with 5:08 here left in the second. They've really kind of taken the ball out of Van Houten's hands on the point, but she keeps ending up with it, as this time it's Alexa Habig, and that pulls the Cavaliers to within 4.
All of Canterbury's field goals are 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Actually, all their points.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a wild
7
shot.
threes. Look at Stephanie Conrad getting the offensive rebound.
Jump ball.
Still fighting for it. It'll be a jump ball. And it'll be Norwell's ball. Several subs now for the Knights. Casey Strunk back in there with 2 fouls, along with Lindy Dial and Alexa Mallory. Casey will take it out underneath Norwell's basket. 4:36 on the clock. Also in for Canterbury is number 44, Claire Rorick, that other senior I was telling you about.
Coach Thornton was very happy that Quinn Shelton was up near the 3-point line, and Stephanie Conrad was the only one down low trying to get the rebound. Really great hustle by Stephanie. She's doing a great job under there.
She really stuck with that. As Sawyer on the drive, able to get it up on the glass.
It's her
Norwell's
5th
lead
point.
back up to 6. Habeg looking for help. And that's got to be a foul on Habeg. Quinn appears to be okay. Every time she goes down, fellas, makes you a little nervous.
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be Habig's 3rd foul.
Well, she's a big part of their scoring. Is she's the only player that's scored outside of Mason Van Houten to this point.
Yep.
Coach Beckman has not there. He's going to sub in, looks like.
Oh.
Shelton not able to hit the front end of the 1-and-1. Norwell by 6 here with just about 4 minutes to go in the half. Van Houten looking for help. That's Habig. Now Peters. Norwell appears to be in a box and 1 right now with Casey Strunk shadowing Mason Van Houten. A good move by Habig underneath. And that's the first 2-point basket for the Cavaliers this evening.
Oh.
And Quinn travels. Didn't get rid of that pass quite quickly enough. Elena Rongos will check in for Habig, who's got 3 fouls.
Well, Habig and Van Houten are the only ones that are keeping this game close.
Oh, yeah. And it is a close one still here.
Yep.
With 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. 27-23 Norwell. Van Houten almost threw it away. Quinn Shelton, good defense there. And that's going to be a traveling call on Claire Rorick. Madison Dunnick will check in for Lindy Dial.
It was
Thornton substituting freely.
That was the 10th turnover for Canterbury.
Strunk out there, she's got 2 fouls as well. Shelton with the pull-up jumper from about 13. She's money on that shot, fellas. Nice steal by Sawyer. Little give and go from Strunk, no good. But Sawyer pulls it out of there. Good job on the offensive board. Shelton stripped from behind by Van Houten. She'll head the other way. And nice step through by Van Houten. Cuts that lead back down to 4. Shelton wide open for 3, no good. But she's able to control her own rebound. Good follow there by Quinn. Sawyer will reset the offense against.
Nice
great
pass
underneath. Alexa Mallory on the receiving end of a beautiful bounce pass from Mackenzie Sawyer. Mackenzie playing with some good energy here in this one here after a little bit of a slow start. That's Rongos looking for Van Houten, and boy, Mackenzie Sawyer's all over her as the Knights have gone to a man-to-man. Van Houten travels underneath, and Norwell will get it back. Conrad checks in for the Knights, along with Roller and Beer for the Cavaliers. Brittany James back in, as Claire Rorick will take a seat. Mackenzie Sawyer takes a break. She had a real nice few minutes there.
Yeah, she's got 5 points, a couple assists, and a couple rebounds.
Strunk calling out the play. Conrad way out by the key. You don't see her take that shot too often. Long off the rim. Van Houten the other way. That's Peters. Working on Kaylee Roller. Knights now in a man-to-man defense across the board. They had that, nice steal by Madison Dunnick. She'll take it to the rim and get fouled. Sydney Hearn can't believe it. Frankly, fellas, I didn't see any contact either.
And that's her 3rd foul.
Yeah, I really didn't see any contact either. Madison just put it up there, and it was way too hard. It wasn't anything that Canterbury did.
Yeah.
Well, Dunnick will go to the line to shoot a pair. And her first one, nothing but net. Canterbury's done a good job of hanging in there with the Knights on the broad shoulders of Mason Van Houten. 1 of 2 for Dunnick. Van Houten with the basketball. That's Peters. Thought about the 3. Nice pass underneath to James. Conrad comes out of there with it. Leading the break. Beer had a lane. Kick back to Roller. Good. Nice decision by Courtney Beer for the assist. Kaylee Roller with her 2nd 3. Now with 8, I believe. And a blocking foul is going to be called, I think, on Stephanie Conrad. I'll tell you what, the Knights have really stayed out of foul trouble. That's just their 4th team foul as Sawyer and Mallory check back in for the Knights. That was Stephanie's 2nd. Casey Strunk also has 2. They'll both take a seat. Minute 16 left here in the half. Peters launches a long 3. And Sawyer bats it around, but Mallory actually controlled the rebound. Sawyer into the front court. Beer. Roller thought about it. Kick back to Sawyer on the drive. No good. Mallory with the offensive rebound. Alexa Mallory with her 4th point. Makes it a 37-25 Norwell lead.
Me and a couple of my friends have been scrimmaging against the girls this year, and really Alexa Mallory has impressed all of us.
Wow, that should have been out of bounds on Van Houten.
Well, and Lily Peters was all over the back there on Kaylee Roller. Inside move by Hearns makes it a 10-point game with 21 seconds left here in the half. Boy, and I thought Roller had very good position on that defensive rebound. Backdoor play not there, and Dunnick's going to be fouled by Peters. Peters just a sophomore as well.
Yeah, you talked about it. Definitely a young Canterbury team this year.
Much younger than what they usually have. They usually have pretty even distribution amongst their classes, but just 2 seniors this year and a freshman who starts. Norwell struggling from the free throw line a little bit here this evening. 5.5 on the clock. Canterbury will have to go to the length of the floor. They're just kind of hot and cold from the free throw line. Van Houten into the front court. Hearn.
Nope.
And the shot will not be good. Rongos tried to get it off before the buzzer and couldn't. That'll end the first half. Norwell leading here at halftime, 37-27. We'll take a break and do some figuring and be back after these words from our sponsors.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Yeah, it's halftime here at Canterbury. And your Lady Knights lead the Cavaliers 37-27. And it's really been Norwell versus Mason Van Houten to this point, Derek.
Yeah, that's right. She's got 17 of Canterbury's 27 points to this point. She was 6 of 11 from the field, 5 for 8 from the three-point line. And she's definitely leading the way. She's got 17 points, 7 rebounds at the break, and an assist to go along with that. As a team, Canterbury has 13 turnovers, which is a pretty high number, and you expect that from a Norwell defense. 17 team rebounds and 37% shooting percentage, 39% from the line to this point. The only other player that has scored and has been a focal point for Canterbury's offense, with the exception of Hearn, who has a couple of points, was Habig, and she had 8 points at the break on 3 of 6 shooting, and that'll wrap it up for the Canterbury Cavaliers. For your Knights, just 5 turnovers. They did a great job of taking care of the basketball. They were out-rebounded in that half, 14 of 34 from the field, 5-11 for from the three-point line. That's good for 45%. As far as scoring goes, Sawyer had 5 points along with 2 assists. Madison Dunnick had 7 points and rebound. Kaylee Roller had 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting and an assist. Courtney Beer was in there and had some time, was 0 for 2 from the field and had an assist. Conrad has 3 points and 6 rebounds. Now, she had 24, I think, at Wayne. She had a great night there. Dominated on the inside. Alexa Mallory has 4 points and 2 rebounds. Quinn Shelton has 8 points and a rebound on the strength of 3 of 7 shooting. Casey Strunk has 2 points and 1 assist for Norwell with a 37-27 lead at the break. The Knights shooting 4 of 8 from the free throw line, and Canterbury did not take a free throw in that first half.
Well, Norwell only had how many team fouls in that first half, Derek?
3, I think.
No, they had more than that. They had 5, I think. Didn't
4.
They?
4
Well,
fouls.
we'll just call it in between. How
There you
about
go.
that?
But with the compromise. And if you're an Indiana fan, they're up 51-32 at the break over Creighton.
Well, and they should win that game by 50. I mean, it's Creighton.
Yeah, Creighton. And then they were at one time a mid-major power, but
They were.
they've struggled the
while.
last couple of years.
Yeah. So IU with a very strong team this year, rated in the top 20, I think.
They're number 14.
Yeah.
And they've got a tough schedule coming up there in Maui next week, and then have a trip to Durham against Duke the next week for the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Well, I tell you, I know there's a couple teams ranked ahead of them, but I just can't imagine a team better than Kentucky again this year.
Yeah, and they came out and they dominated, and they beat Duke with a pad. Oh, I mean, they look like Kentucky.
Yeah.
And that has become a D-League team, essentially, but they're so well coached and so mature for being freshmen.
Yeah. Well, they're basically getting the best freshmen in the country
Yeah.
every year there. But here at Canterbury tonight, Noah, Norwell with a 10-point lead. Canterbury had it down to 4 a couple of times, but able to get a couple big turnovers and turn them into points.
Yeah, really, Norwell's done a great job handling the ball. Casey Strunk, she's done a great job. She's gotten a few points this weekend. And, this game, Mr. Fellheiser was saying something up to Derek, and he was distracting me. It's all his fault. You can email him about that later.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kenzie Story, she's done a great job getting a few points up there. One thing that I really want to see Stephanie Conrad do to just improve her post position is on the defensive side. She is really getting pushed around a lot. She's not really, contesting number 50 Brittany James at all. She's really just pushing Stephanie Conrad around all she wants to. If she just got a little stronger, I think I would deny a lot more opportunities for Brittany to get the ball.
Well, that's a good point. You know, the height that Norwell does have, and Quinn Shelton and Stephanie Conrad both in that 5'9", 5'10 range. They list Alexa at 5'10". She's just not getting a lot of playing time right now, but those other two, they don't have a lot of meat on their bones. And you run into a Brittany James listed at 5'11", probably outweighs those girls by 30 to 40 pounds. It's going to be tough for them to really stand their ground, and certainly something they need to work. Maybe they're, getting just a little bit stronger in their core, bottom half.
Yeah.
Of course, Conrad, a soccer player.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes here in the second half. I got to believe Norwell's going to stick with that man-to-man to try to cool down Mason Van Houten a little bit. We'll take a quick break and have that second half for you here in just a moment after these words from our sponsors.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1 north of Lowe's, open Monday through Friday 9:30 to 6 and Saturday 9:30 to 4.
Yeah, we're just about set for the second half here at Canterbury, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter bringing the action. Norwell up by 10. I'm guessing both sets of starters will be back on the floor, although Alexa Habig for Canterbury will be starting this second half with 3 fouls.
And Sydney Hearn.
That's right. Both of them on the floor, along with Elena Rongos, Lily Peters, and the oft-mentioned Mason Van Houten. Canterbury will have the ball to start the second half. For Norwell, the starters are out there. Casey Strunk, Stephanie Conrad, Madison Dunnick, Quinn Shelton, and Mackenzie Sawyer. Sawyer guarding Van Houten to start the second half here. She ended the first half guarding Mason. Norwell going to do everything they can to keep the ball out of her hands. Mackenzie actually face guarding Van Houten. She's trying to work free. That ball's batted away. It'll be Norwell's ball as Rongos and Van Houten collided. Both of them on the floor. Van Houten the first to get up. They knocked heads right there on the baseline. And Rongos, a freshman, Van Houten, a junior. Rongos on the floor.
Oh, she's bleeding from the head.
Really, yeah, there's a...
All right. Well, that's going to take a couple of minutes to fix. 7:46 left here in the third quarter. The first offensive play for Canterbury results in a timeout. We'll take it along with the officials here and be back as soon as we can with action after they take care of the freshman, Elena Rongos. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Desmond Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Professionally trained staff support, the opportunity to bring guests, plus various youth programs. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Well, Elena Rongos being helped off the floor. I think she'll be just fine, although they'll probably have to do a concussion test on her, I imagine. But she bleeding a little bit from the side of her head. Mason Van Houten, on the other hand, staying in the game. She's fine. Brittany James replaces Rongos, the 5'11 sophomore.
Yeah, they're going to have to wipe up a little bit of blood that spilled on the floor there.
Yeah. You know, Brittany James listed at 5'11. You add on the hair, you're probably looking at about 6'4". Wouldn't you think?
Probably. Definitely adds to her height.
Got to be 5 inches of hair on top of her head there. Norwell with the basketball. Their first possession of the second half. And it looks like Canterbury's going to extend their defense a little bit. A 1-2-2. Oh, nice hands by Stephanie Conrad. That was a tough pass from Dunnick. Conrad draws the defense, steps through, and travels. That was a good call. Norwell crowd wanted a foul. I think it was a good no call there. Van Houten is able to get the basketball in her hands, and she's trapped. Tough spot to be, defended on all four sides, and Coach Beckman's going to have to burn a timeout. And Houghton just kind of dribbled right into that one.
And, you know, that's a good rule that came into play in college, is you can't call a timeout during a live ball now. The coach can't call a timeout during a live ball.
Yeah. That's one of my least favorite rule changes that they brought in several years ago. And, of course, they're still allowing it at the high school level where the bench can call a timeout on a live ball.
Yeah.
You know, the defense needs to be rewarded for playing good defense, in my opinion. 7:19 left here in the third quarter. Norwell still leading by 10. Neither team has scored here in the first, well, this first 41 seconds of the second half has taken forever. With the timeouts and the injury, Van Houten will bring it into the front court. Norwell back in the 1-3-1. There's that trap again. Peters able to get free. That was a nice little step through by her. Van Houten took 3 or 4 steps, no call. Underneath Hearn, and she gets the first basket of the second half. Norwell's lead to 8. Canterbury in that 1-2-2. Strunk thought about the 3. Skip pass, Dunnick for 3, good. Madison Dunnick hasn't taken a lot of shots tonight, but the ones she has, she's hit. Is that third 3, I believe.
Sorry, that was a nice find by Quinn Shelton on a cross-court pass.
Shelton knocked it away, ends up in Dunnick's hands. She'll lay it up and in. I'll tell you, Quinn Shelton, I don't know how many steals that is for her tonight, but it's quite a few.
Oh.
As foul on the far side called on Dunnick. How many is that on her, Derek?
That's her first.
First team foul here in the second half. Just under 6.5 to go in this third quarter. Norwell back in the 1-3-1 now. And really extending that 1-3-1 right now as
there it is.
Peters. Peters called for the offensive foul several seconds after the contact, as our favorite official had to decide what he was going to do there.
It wasn't until Casey fell down and
yeah.
Yep.
It was a very late whistle. Probably should not have been a call on that play. Dunnick. Sawyer had a very good second quarter. As Canterbury, there's the backdoor pass to Conrad underneath. Yep. Assist Sawyer. That played very effective against the 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1. He just set a little back pick, and usually they're open. Peters can't get it to go, and Shelton will bring it down, bring it the other way herself. Step through, off the hands of Conrad, out of bounds. It'll be Canterbury's ball. Courtney Beer will check in, along with Kaylee Rollers for Dunnick and Sawyer. Van Houten, who's just dominated the basketball for Canterbury all night. Definitely their best talent out there. She's on the step through. Conrad comes up with it. James could not hold on to the pass. Nice pass underneath. Conrad finds Shelton, and that was not an easy shot for Shelton to get up and over the rim, but she does. Norwell extends their lead to 15, and Coach Beckman wants a full timeout. 46-29 the Knights, 5:10 left in the third. We'll take a break and be right back.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton. 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Canterbury trying to succeed against Norwell's 1-3-1, and right now they're just not. Quinn Shelton getting her hands on everything up top. Van Houten swatted by Shelton. Quinn will head the other way. The Knights have numbers. Quinn will pull it out a little bit and reset the offense. No, she'll drive. Nice kick out to Strunk. No good. Conrad pulls down the rebound. She's tied up in there by Claire Rorick, who's entered for the Cavaliers. Lindy Dial and Mackenzie Sawyer back into the Norwell lineup. Also Kaylee Roller out there now. So it's Roller, Sawyer, Conrad, Dial, and Beer for the Knights. Conrad couldn't get that shot to go. Nice inbounds pass. Just didn't quite get it up high enough over that rim. That's a 3 ball by Habig. And good hustle by Peters. Beers comes out of there with it. Courtney looking for help. Roller, nice fake on the 3. Great kick to Sawyer. No good. And the rebound out of bounds. It'll be Canterbury ball. Mason Van Houten being hawked by Mackenzie Sawyer up top. Peters finds Habig in the corner. Habig no good, and the rebound by Courtney Beer. Good strong rebound there by Courtney. Courtney, of course, a junior this year for the Knights. Coach Thornton really spreading out the go ahead, Noah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Thought I had everybody on.
Our guards have done a really good job right now trying to get in for the rebound. So Stephanie Conrad scores a 2-point.
Nice left-hand basket there by Stephanie. Norwell's lead now up to 19. 3.5 minutes left in the quarter. Oh, good find underneath. And Hearn could not hold on to that pass. That was a great pass. Roller in the corner. Again with the shot fake. I'll tell you, Kaylee, she is really a threat to score on the wing. And she can move into the basket, too. She just doesn't have a real quick first step. Sawyer with the skip pass to Roller for 3. Bang! Yes. Kaylee Roller. Is that her third 3, Derek?
Yeah, she's got 11 points.
She is definitely making her presence known tonight.
Didn't play in the first couple of games for Coach Thornton. Noah explained in pregame that she didn't have enough practices in after injuring her hand, you said?
Correct, yeah. She has to have 10 practices before playing in a game.
Really, Peters couldn't get it to go, kind of gave up on the play there. Beer the other way.
Yeah, Norwell is on a 14-2 run to start this half.
Point blank shot there by Conrad. Couldn't get it to go. Van Houten tried to force things. Couldn't get it over Conrad, and Stephanie out of there with it. Norwell on the run. 3-on-2. Stephanie all the way to the basket, scores, and that's going to be a foul.
The official that called it was our favorite official, and he really called it from out of position.
Court.
He was
and
like you said,
side.
he was at half court when he called it when it was underneath our basket.
Foul called on Claire Rorick, her first. Team second. Conrad with the 3-point play. And Alexa Mallory will enter for Stephanie. Norwell's lead now up to 25. And, boy, they've really taken it to Canterbury here in the second half, outscoring, 17-2?
17-2. Steph is 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
That's her. She's got, I think, 2 so far this evening.
Canterbury's forcing shots right now.
Well, Mason Van Houten, they've really tightened up the defense on her, so it's gotten very tough for her to score. A couple of the other players trying to pick things up and just not able to do so right now. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Van Houten drives. Foul's going to be called on Dial, I believe. Lindy came in at that last dead ball. It'll be her first, team second. Each team with 2 fouls here in the second half. Madison Dunnick re-enters.
She's got 12 points to her credit.
Mackenzie Sawyer takes a seat. Yeah, Dunnick has been on spot from beyond the three-point line so far.
Norwell spreading the wealth very nicely.
Yeah, they do.
They always do.
Everybody on the floor right now, I believe, has scored, with the exception of maybe Courtney Beer. I'm not sure if she scored yet. Habig looking for help. That's Van Houten. Van Houten just really a good player.
That's a nice move.
Gets the floater to go. Dribbling through most of the Norwell defenders there. Wide open for 3 is Dial. Did not draw iron, but Madison Dunnick always hustling. Knocks it away. That's another turnover on Canterbury. Another steal for Dunnick. Oh, nice kick from Beer to Dunnick. And good again for Madison. Coach Thornton taking a quick 30-second timeout. I think he just wants to maybe try a couple of different things. We'll run a quick spot here and be right back. From Canterbury, Norwell leading 57-31. .3 on the clock here in the third quarter. Your Lady Knights up by 26 after leading by just 10 at halftime. Kind of put the pedal to the metal. They figured out a way to stop Mason Van Houten. And Van Houten takes it the length of the floor. That's Peters. Short. Rebound inside. Claire Rorick with her first 2 of the game. Nice follow.
Just the 6th point of this quarter for Canterbury.
Mallory up top. Roller in the corner. No good. Little short. Her first miss from beyond the arc. Habig.
Oh, she traveled.
Yeah, she sure did.
It's going to have to be a tip here.
A real nice defensive play there by Madison Dunnick to cut off Habig. Habig didn't see her coming, and that definitely caused the turnover. You're right, Derek. Only a tip will count at this point. Roller. Yeah, I don't think they could have counted that anyway. They would have had an argument on their hands.
Yeah.
That'll end the third quarter. Norwell in control of this one at the moment, 57-33. We'll take a break and be back after these words from Daniels Jewelers.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniels Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Welcome back to Canterbury. Greg Van Meter along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. We do want to thank our scoreboard sponsor, the local Subway stores in Bluffton at the Walmart and Markle as well. Canterbury with the ball to start this fourth quarter. Norwell put 14 points on their lead there in the third quarter, and that's going to be another turnover. This one on Alexa Habig.
That's number 21.
Ouch.
Yeah, Norwell's got just 7 to this point. They've done a good job of taking care of the ball. Only 2 turnovers there in the third quarter.
They've not been pressured much, though, by this Canterbury defense. Strunk
nice pass.
inside.
Oh.
Boy, and they have missed some bunnies underneath. This could be a 30-point game easily. Conrad just couldn't get that one to go. Hearn, as they swing it around the Norwell defense. Sawyer face guarding Van Houten. Van Houten gets it. Boy, she travels just about every time she touches the ball. Great ball player. Habig inside. She just takes that extra step. Some officials call it, some don't. That's the NBA and WNBA influence. Strunk. Into the lane, Dunnick. I don't know if that was supposed to be a pass or a shot.
I think she was trying to draw
foul.
contact.
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be a shot.
Conrad with the whistle. That's her third. As Coach Beckman wants to take a full timeout. He's only got a couple left, I think, at this point.
Got just one left.
One left. All right, Norwell still up by 22. 7 minutes left here in the fourth. We'll take a quick break here from Pizza Hut and be right back.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Well, here at Canterbury, one of the most powerful PA systems in local
high
school
bass.
basketball. Big speakers up top, and they play it loud. That level of volume would carry at the War Memorial Coliseum. Canterbury with the basketball, trailing by 22. Norwell back in that 1-3-1 with Quinn Shelton on the floor. Shelton almost came up with another steal. Strunk is going to be called for the foul. That's going to be her third. 4 team fouls on the Knights here in the second half. Canterbury with just 2. Van Houten looking for help. Able to get down the sideline. And
steps on the baseline.
Another turnover against the Cavaliers.
Wow. Racking up.
Norwell's defense has made some real nice adjustments here in the second half.
Yeah.
Forcing a lot of turnovers, making it very tough for Van Houten to score. She had a bunch in the first half. That's Dunnick for 3. She buries it. Madison with a great shooting night from outside. Norwell's lead back up to 25. James leaves it for Van Houten. Van Houten out of control. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Casey Strunk.
She's had 4 tough calls tonight.
Yeah, she really has. Kaylee Roller's going to check back in for Norwell. She'll replace Casey, who's got 4 fouls. And I'll tell you what, Casey's played very good defense tonight, and unfortunately she ran into the wrong official. Van Houten being hawked by Sawyer on the crossover.
Whoops.
Hits the backboard. That'll be another turnover on the Cavaliers. Dunnick the other way. Shelton, who pitched for a while. Sawyer launches a long 3, no good. Van Houten, she'll launch a long 3. I think that might have been partially blocked by Sawyer. Norwell wanting to run. Dunnick, nice pass up ahead to Conrad in stride. assist Dunnick. Norwell's lead up to 27. Habig handling it for the Cavaliers. Boy, and I'll tell you what, you got a big reason that Mason Van Houten's been shut down in this second half is Mackenzie Sawyer, as Peters.
Yeah, it was travel.
Is going to get a foul called. Now, actually, they're going to send Megan Thomas to the line. Thomas, another sophomore for Coach Beckman.
That foul on Dunnick, yeah.
That's the second on Madison. And Thomas couldn't get it to go.
That is the first free throw for a team. I mean, that's...
Madison Dunnick will take a seat. She may not get back into this one, but she's had an outstanding basketball game, shooting the ball especially.
Yeah, she's had 18 points.
Courtney Beer back in for her, as Thomas able to cut it to a 26-point Norwell lead.
Well, your goal is to win every quarter as a basketball team, and they've won them all tonight to this point.
Shelton turns into the lane and draws a foul. That's going to go on Lily Peters, I believe. Nope, they're going to call it on Alexa Habig. Must have got her on the far side there. I didn't see that one. Foul was on Habig. Yeah, that's who he
yeah, I think it was on Peters, but...
Well, he signaled 2-3 as Shelton drops in her first and hits both of them. Did she miss that first one?
No, she made them both.
Yeah, 64-36. The
clock's not moving either.
Scoreboard's wrong, and the clock's not on.
Clock's still not moving.
Clock's still not moving.
Now it's moving.
As we got about 10 seconds of extra time here at Canterbury tonight. The scorekeeper lulled to sleep, apparently.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out who the foul was on.
Yeah, well, the foul, he signaled the foul on number 23. Ball kicked out of bounds, and Casey Strunk will come back in with 4 fouls. Shelton takes a seat.
She had 12 points tonight. Probably not going to see any more of her.
Yeah. Van Houten with the basketball.
She has not come out at all this game.
No, and you really, outside of just complete fatigue, you wouldn't expect her to. Canterbury really needs her on the floor. She's still working hard, too, with 4.5 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, this includes a head-bashing moment.
Yeah, that's right. As she collided on the first possession of the second half, knocked heads with Rongos. Elena Rongos had to be taken out. She had a little cut. But Van Houten stayed in there. Roller with a nice move. Good job getting her own rebound as well. Courtney Beer couldn't get the 3 to go. That'll be off of Norwell. And it'll be Canterbury's ball. 4:11 on the clock.
Habig and Van Houten have combined for 31 of Canterbury's 38.
Van Houten with how many of those, Derek?
19.
Yeah. But she had 15 in the first half, if I recall.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
15 or 17.
You know, it might have been 17.
Yeah, I think it was. Casey Strunk coming out of there with the steal and draws the foul on the drive. Casey just faster really than anybody else on the floor. She just outran the defense. The foul's going to go on Van Houten. Van Houten has had to work awfully hard in this basketball game. 17 points in the first half, just 2 here in the second. And Strunk will be shooting 2. That was the 4th team foul on the Cavaliers. Alexa Mallory's going to check in for the Knights, as well as Lindy Dial. Conrad takes a seat. Probably seen the last of her in this one. Strunk good on free throws. Norwell's biggest lead of the night, 28 points. And they have shut down Canterbury here in the second half. Canterbury had 27 points at halftime. They've had 11 through a quarter and a half here in the second half. As Casey, a little frustrated, can't blame her.
Wow.
Van Houten with the step back 3. It'll be Norwell's ball.
Yeah, Casey's gotten the short end of the stick tonight from a lot of standpoints.
She really has. She'll be handling the ball across the timeline with 3.5 minutes left here in this one, as we are actually in the fourth quarter. And a foul's going to be called. That'll send Casey back to the line, but it's on the floor, so it's just a 15 foul on the Cavaliers here in the second half, as that's the first foul on Thomas, Megan Thomas. Strunk drives right around Thomas and draws another foul on Megan. This is the shooting variety.
Logan Rouse set to check in along with Brielle Wilson, both sophomores.
And they both had great JV games.
Yes, they did.
Norwell, of course, winning that JV game handily.
48-22.
I'll tell you what, Coach Thornton's got some talent. Not too sure about the freshman team. I know the freshman team lost to Dwenger the first night. Don't know how. Don't think they played against Wayne.
No, they did not.
Strunk able to knock down one or two. She'll take a seat, replaced by Brielle Wilson. Coach Beckman will use his last timeout. It's a full one. We'll take it along with him with the Knights leading by 29, 3:11 to go here at Canterbury. We'll be right back.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
Well, here at Canterbury, this one's all over but the final score. Norwell up by 29 at the moment. They've got Brielle Wilson, Courtney Beer, Lindy Dial, Alexa Mallory, and who's on that far side?
Logan Rouse.
Logan Rouse, another sophomore on the floor. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with her. She's going to be a good one for Coach Thornton. And decent size.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they list her at 5'7". She plays bigger than that.
Yeah. Plays very physical.
Yes, she does, and has a pretty good shot. It'll only get better over time.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed watching her and Brielle as freshmen last year on the JV. Van Houten looking for room, and boy, I'll tell you, the Knights' defense has not had much of a letdown here with the non-starters on the floor. Getting their hand on a lot of passes.
Wow.
Peters underneath to Thomas, and Thomas with a high banking shot gives Canterbury their 40th point.
Still a pretty good defensive possession for the Lady Knights.
On the drive, Lindy Dial gets fouled. She just kind of kept going until somebody stopped her.
That's it for Habig.
Yeah, that's her fifth.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to where that foul was called on Habig.
Right. And we, of course, thought it
Yeah.
was on Peters. I think the official might have gotten a little bit confused on that one. Junior will come in for Canterbury. Ganesha Robinson. Janisha, maybe?
I think it's Ganesha.
I'd say
it's
well,
maybe.
It's a G, but I'll bet you it's Janisha.
Yeah.
Soft G.
Whoa.
Niles free throw, a little short.
Oh, crap.
Got a little bit too much air under that shot.
Oh.
Hey, we're leading by 27, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We can do those kind of things when we're leading by 27.
That's true.
Wow, that's a really high arcing shot.
It is. Neither one of them good, but look at Alexa Mallory hustle. Pull down the offensive rebound with just over 2 minutes.
Mallory's had a solid game tonight.
She has. Scored a couple baskets. as the Knights working a little weave on that right side. Rouse into the lane.
Oh.
And a nice steal there by Sydney Hearn. Van Houten the other way. She'll drive and score. It's just her 4th point, I believe, in the second half. Here, that's Wilson into the lane. Nice move. Boy, Brielle had a shot. Didn't take it. Dial. Nice kick out to Wilson. Wilson doesn't take that shot either. And Brielle a little cautious. She's had 2 very good looks at the basket. Hasn't put up either shot. Norwell will retain possession underneath. Rowell's taking it out. Logan with the high socks. You don't see that too often with the girls. Occasionally, though. Does Roller wear the high socks do? Nice pass.
I think she kind of, it's almost tight.
Wilson again just will not take a shot. She's going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, those aren't socks.
Yeah, I was going to say Logan Rouse, those
They're
aren't
sleeves.
socks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Courtney Barrel check out, and checking in for the Knights is number 42. Who is that, guys?
Who? 42 for the Knights. That's Sadie Mann.
Yep.
Sadie Mann.
She's the point guard for the JV
Yes.
team.
Okay. Sadie,
rebound.
also a sophomore, listed at 5'5". Wears number 22 on the JV, but she's got a 42 jersey on here for the varsity.
Oops.
As Dial flips it out of bounds. She was looking for Brielle Wilson over there. And Brielle zigged instead of zagging. Under a minute to go.
Turnovers now up to 10, but 2 of them have been on the JV team, so
Right.
the varsity only had 8 turnovers tonight.
There's another turnover on Canterbury. Wilson comes out of there with it. 44 seconds left. Norwell just trying to take care of the basketball here. As Mann looking for help, finds Dial. Dial will bring it all the way back out front. Canterbury, the man-to-man, they kind of switched their defense a couple of times. But nothing slowed down these Norwell Knights tonight.
Yeah, I think they're going to run out the clock.
They're playing keep away at this point with 13 seconds. And under 10 now, Dial with the basketball. Well, the defender is within 5, or within defensive distance. The Knights hold on to it. The buzzer sounds, and that'll do it. Your final here from Canterbury this evening. The Knights go to 3-0. The Cavaliers fall to 2-4. 67-42 your final. We'll take a quick break, do some figuring, and be back with final statistics and the post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us to make personal banking easy. That's right, easy. With free online banking, a free bill pay service, a free Visa check card, free mobile banking, and of course convenient locations and ATMs. Actually, our employee-owned community bank has been making life easier for our customers since 1891. It's what generations of folks have come to expect. For personal banking, you can depend on us to make it easy. First Bank of Bern. Bern, Bluffton, Decatur, Kokomo, Peru, Portland, and Van Wert. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, welcome back to Canterbury and your post-game show. The Knights victorious once again this evening as they remain perfect on the season at 3-0. Canterbury falls to an uncharacteristic 2-4, and not your typical Canterbury team, though, Derek. They certainly did not have the horses that they've had in years past.
Yeah, that's right. And once Van Houten was shut down, Canterbury kind of fell apart and imploded in that second half. But like I said, a very young team, and in a couple of years, they had the potential to be really good again. We'll start off with Canterbury with 42 total points. They had 25 turnovers, a high 47 from the field, that's 36%, 7 of 23 from the three-point line, that's 30%, and 1 of 3 from the line for 33%. As far as scoring goes, Mason Van Houten led the Cavaliers with 21 points and 7 rebounds, was 8 of 17 shooting from the field. Sydney Hearn had 4 points and 3 rebounds on 2 of 5 shooting. Haybig had 12 points with 5 rebounds on 5 of 11 shooting, 2 of 8 from the three-point line. Lily Peters had 2 assists and 4 rebounds, and Megan Thomas had 3 points and a defensive rebound. And Claire Rorick had 2 points and 2 rebounds, rounding off for 42 points for the Canterbury Cavaliers. For your Norwell Lady Knights, a total of 67 in a 25-point victory, 10 turnovers, and a couple of those were on the JV team at the end.
Yeah.
They did a great job taking care of the ball. They out-rebounded. They came back to out-rebound Canterbury in the second half, 28-26. 24 of 62, that's 39% from the field. 9 of 22 from the three-point line, that's 41%. 10 of 16 from the line, that's 63%. As individual goes, Mackenzie Sawyer had 5 points with 4 assists and 3 rebounds on 2 of 9 shooting. Madison Dunnick had 18 points with an assist and 3 rebounds on 6 of 8 shooting, including 5 of 5 from the three-point line. Kaylee Roller had 11 points with 3 rebounds and assists on 4 of 8 shooting. Courtney Beer had 2 assists and 3 rebounds. Stephanie Conrad had 12 points, 8 rebounds on 5 of 14 shooting. Alexa Mallory had 4 points and 4 rebounds on 2 of 3 shooting. Quinn Shelton had 12 points, an assist, 3 rebounds on 4 of 9 shooting. Casey Strunk, 5 points, 2 assists, a rebound on 1 of 5 shooting. And that will do it for your Norwell Lady Knights in a 67-42 victory over Canterbury on the road.
Well, while we're talking about those individual stats, guys, why don't we go ahead and talk about New Holland I don't think Coach Thornton's going to be able to make it up. Why don't we go ahead and talk about the New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game? I'll tell you, you could make a lot of different choices tonight as a very balanced game by the Knights, and that's what we've kind of come to expect from this squad, somebody different stepping up every evening when they take the floor. But no, I'll let you have first crack at it. What are you thinking?
As usual, I go first. Not surprised by that.
It's a girls' game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have to go with Madison Dunnick. I guess one thing that we need to remember is that she scored 18 points this game, and this is her first year being on varsity.
Yeah.
And this is her only year being on varsity. She is making a huge impact on this Norwell Lady Knights basketball team, and yet again, she has done that tonight. She played really good defense. She didn't get into foul trouble, and really, she did a great job on the offensive side, getting a couple of assists here and there, but also shooting the basketball. And she has definitely improved from last year to this year.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty good endorsement, Derek.
I'm going to have to agree with Noah. I'm going to go with Madison Dunnick. 18 points, 3 rebounds and assist, 6 of 8 shooting, and 5 of 5 from the three-point line. She just had a real pure shot tonight and did a great job for somebody else stepping up. And you talked about it, how somebody else steps up every night for these Lady Knights, and it's somebody different again. So I'm going to go with Madison Dunnick.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, fellas. I think certainly she stood out tonight. Great points, Noah, on the fact that her first year of varsity really looks comfortable out there. She did not look real comfortable in the first game. But I'll tell you, just the third game of the season, and she stepped up big. So Madison Dunnick, your New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game. And we had a lot of good basketball played, though, tonight by a lot of the Lady Knights. Madison getting the Player of the Game award, but I thought Quinn Shelton did a lot of good things. She is so long and quick on the top of that 1-3-1. It makes it very difficult and led to a number of those almost 30 turnovers that Canterbury had tonight.
Yeah, that's 25 to be exact.
25.
And Norwell did a great job on the defensive end as always. Very promising to see them come out after having a 10-point lead, and maybe you expected a little bit more out of that first half, and then coming out and completely shutting Canterbury down in the second half.
Yeah, the other one that I would really point out, I mean, Stephanie Conrad was solid, as was Casey Strunk, but I'll tell you, Mackenzie Sawyer shut down Mason Van Houten in the second half. After 17 points in the first half, she ended up with how many, Derek?
She ended up with 21.
Yeah, so just 4 points in the second half. And she is one of the best players in the area. As I mentioned in the pregame, one of the Fab Five named by the News Sentinel this week. In fact, that might have been today.
It was today.
Yeah.
It did come out today.
So a great job by McKenzie on the defensive end as well. The Knights go to 3-0. The final here, again, was 67-42. And they've got a lot of work cut out for them, though, in their next game as well. We'll have that for you at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, kind of an unusual game time. But we'll have it for you on Wells County Voice via YouTube.
Yep. Well, the JV
JV
and
starts at
freshmen
2.
start at
Right,
2 o'clock,
right,
so
right.
they'll probably be around 3.
Yeah, around 3:15. Yep, good call, Noah. So for Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying good evening, everybody. Once again, your final, Norwell 67, Canterbury 42.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.